Hey my babies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Riahjaysreality, and back with another video. So I'm just checking in really quick. I don't know what content video this is going to be going in, but I'm just having a bit of emotions right now, and I thought, what better way, what better way to get off how I feel, what better way, than just vlog how I feel and get it off my heart, So the other night, there's a few things going on, right now in my area, on my floor. Okay, so basically, not last night. Last night it was fairly quiet on my floor, but the night before last, there was a lot of chattering in my hallway, in and out of my neighbor's door, slamming, people going in and out. I heard a woman's voice, I heard a man's voice, and I didn't really know what was going on. I did smell smoke. It was so much going on that I didn't even sleep. I was up practically the whole night, the whole early morning, the night before last. Today is Friday right now, my baby. It's Friday morning, so not Thursday night, but Wednesday night this was all happening. So I barely slept, and I remember feeling a little bit aggravated, because I just came on my menstrual, and that's the best time, ladies. Y'all know, and y'all know I'm going through my chemical pill, so just don't mind my skin. But y'all know, that is the best time for us to be getting in. Don't mind my laundry and all of that. It's clean. So yeah, y'all know when we're on our menstrual, ladies, those are the nights that we need to get the best sleep that we can. Oogie, brush your teeth, Oogie, and come on. So it was just so much going on my floor, and I didn't know. I'm not nosy. There's some people that live in apartment buildings, and when something is going on, they open their door, they want to be all in the mix. I've never been the type, I don't need to open my door, and that's just never been me. The most I'll do, y'all know, is look out the window, and if there's something going on outside, I definitely look out the window. There's no harm in that. So I didn't really know what was going on, as far as my neighbor and all the chattering in the hallway, and me smelling the smoke and chattering in the hallway, and my neighbor's door opening and closing. It's fairly normal to me, because ever since I moved into this apartment, my neighbor, he was very active. Very active. He always would go in and out. Getting emotional. He would always go in and out of his apartment, whatever he was doing. He would always be smoking in the hallway. Y'all know that I have complained multiple times here on the vlog as far as, smelling cigarette smoke and it coming into the apartment. These are just things that I've been experiencing ever since I moved here. And there's always some talking and stuff in the hallway, because he has a lot of friends, and his friends always will come see him, and he would have get-togethers, and they would be drinking till 6 in the morning, partying, smoking, loud music, and so just bring it back to Wednesday night. All of the same things that I've always experienced, with my neighbor's apartment, it seemed normal to me. I did have a pinch of suspicion, what's going on, is everything okay? But I didn't think too much of it, because again, these are things that I've been, the cigarette smoke, seeping into my apartment, the chattering in the hallway, the opening, closing, slamming the apartment door. Those are normal things that I would experience, with my neighbors. So I didn't think too much of it. But as I walked out of my apartment yesterday, I noticed there's a green sticker from Nigel on his door. And it says something about like this is part of the NYPD investigation. I didn't read the whole thing. It was like a paragraph. I didn't read the whole thing, but basically I did skim through it, and it's basically say like this is it basically says this is a NYPD investigation. If you have any questions, just call this number, and there's the number on the green sticker on his door. And then when I went out this morning to do laundry, y'all know I get up, or I don't like to do laundry in the afternoon, at night. I am an early bird. I get up 6, 7 a.m. And I go do my laundry because I like to beat the crowds, and I just like I do things in a very strategic way because I like to I just like to do things peacefully, as I do them. I don't like too much crowds. I don't like too much noise. I like to get in and get out, so I went to do my laundry this morning, and hence why I have the clean laundry right there. I gotta fold it. And I walk outside my building, y'all, and there is, I think, like 5 to 6 candles burning in front of my building. And when I walked out, I was like, somebody died. We in the black community, in the Hispanic, Latino communities, I don't know, in other communities and stuff like that, and cultures, I don't know if they do this as well, but black and Hispanic Latino communities, we definitely are known for burning the candles when we lose a loved one, a friend, or whatever. I don't know where it started. I don't know where it came from, but we know when we see candles out burning on the floor, and we know that someone has passed away. Now, even this morning, I walked outside the building, and I saw the candles, and I just was like, who died? Automatically, I'm like, who died? But then I thought about the sticker on my neighbor's door, and then so I thought about it again. I didn't think too much of it. I'm like, no, my neighbor didn't pass away. I just spoke to my neighbor, like legit. I just spoke to him. I think it was on Tuesday. Or I think it was, I don't know if it was, yeah, it had to be Tuesday. I don't know if it was Tuesday or it was Wednesday, like Wednesday morning. I don't know, but I literally just spoke to him, as I always do. We always say, hey neighbor, but I'm gonna get to that. So I'm walking back to my building with the laundry, and now I noticed the candles, as I did when I walked out, and now I also noticed a poster that I guess somebody made for the person who passed, and it's like, I love you, Mr. Keith, we miss you. It basically just says that, I love you, I miss you, and people are signing their names. So again, it brings me back to the thought, no, not my neighbor. My neighbor passed away. And even right now, y'all, I'm still like shocked AF. You hear me? I just spoke to him, and like even right now, like I don't even want to believe it. You know what I mean? But I am trying to like just put 2 and 2 together, and I am trying to just put the clues together. Okay, the green sticker on his door, the candles in front of the building, the poster, me not hearing him, ever since the chattering and the smoking and the in and out of the door late Wednesday night, all the way up until like 4 in the morning. You know, because the thing is, right, I never knew his name. I'm guessing that he did pass away, you know what I mean? But because I wasn't that close to him, and I didn't even know his name. Like me and him, we never knew each other's names, you know? We just called each other neighbor. Hey neighbor, hey neighbor. And you know, he just always showed respect to me. And he always would say hey to the baby, you know, and say the baby's getting so big, you know? And he would always like knock on my door and ask me, do I want this? Do I need this? You know? He knocked on my door, I would say like in this past year, because I've been here for 2 years. 2 years now, going on 3 years. And for the last year, this last year, we just started talking, you know, because y'all know, like, I can be very antisocial, like, don't speak to you unless you speak to me, just mind my business, stay in my lane. I'm very much giving those vibes all the time. You know, but he kept trying, as I lived here, he kept trying to, like, you know, engage with me and talk to me and say hey and hey to the baby, and just, you know, say little things and stuff to, I don't know, I guess try to, you know, just converse with me, or, you know, whatever, you know, just try to get to know me a little bit as a neighbor. So yeah, just this last year, we just started talking, and he's been nothing but nice to me and my daughter, you know. Of course, I was annoyed sometimes when the smoke used to come into my apartment, because y'all know I don't smoke, okay? And that cigarette smell, it stinks. I don't want to smell that in my house, okay? And I got asthma. So, you know, of course I would get annoyed about that. Or him partying up until like 4, 6 in the morning with his friends. The slamming of the door when y'all know I'm peaceful, you know what I mean? I don't really make much noise in my apartment, except for when I blast my music, you know, when I'm getting me a little vibe. I do, y'all know I love my music, so I do blast my music every now and again. I used to blast it every day when the baby was in school. Every morning I used to blast Take Me to the King, The Best in Me. I used to blast my holy music every morning, because that's how, you know, it just feeds my spirit. You know, I used to start my day with that holy music, you know, to get me in a great mood and go conquer the day, you know, and get myself just prepared to go out and face the world, this crazy world. So yeah, I used to blast my music every day, and then I used to come home from, you know, I was in my program, my job program. I was in my job program, or just running errands or whatever I would do. I would come home and then blast my other type of music. So, you know, I used to be blasting my music every day, but I don't now. Like, it's like once in a blue, I feel like, oh, I want to hear music, so I'll put some music on, or when I'm cleaning, or trying to get in that vibe for working out, you know. So yeah, I just had a few annoyances with him, but for the most part, he was very kind, very respectful. I remember one time. Okay, are you ready? I'm ready to go. Huh? I will get it. Are you ready to get breakfast? So I remember one time he knocked on the door, and he had this big box of books for the baby. You know, so I took what was in good condition, and the rest I trashed it. And then another time he knocked on the door, and he was like, I think this was in the beginning of quarantine. He knocked on the door and said, how are you and the baby doing? I'm like, we good. He's like, you need anything? I'm like, no. And then he was like, where's the baby at? I'm like, she good. She watching TV, you know. And he was like, well, tell her to come in. He gave her $20. And for my birthday last year, he knocked on the door, because I had left my key in the door, which I never do, which was crazy. But I ended up rushing in the house. me and the girl, y'all remember that girl Eva when I did that interview or whatever? And that interview was ridiculous, but hey. So yeah, we had rushed in the house because we were so excited to get a little drink before it was time to pick up Woogie. And I walked in so quick that I was like, Eva, lock the door, you know? And I ended up leaving my key in the door. She didn't lock the door, so my door was open with the key in it. So he knocked on my door and he was like, your key. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, you know? And I was like, it's my birthday. And he was like, really? Okay, what you want? I was like, I don't know what I said. I don't know. I don't know if I said I want money or I don't want nothing. I don't remember. That was last year. And I remember 15 minutes later he came back, knocked on my door, and remember I showed y'all in my birthday vlogs, he bought me balloons. He bought me balloons and a cross chain. I don't even know where that's at. Speaking of that, oh my God, I don't even know where it is, but I think I gave it to Wookie. But yeah, I'm just trying to run down a few memories that I remember of him. I'm just now learning of his name, you know. I remember one time I went to his apartment next door and he was asking me to be his home health aide, and I was telling him I don't do home health aide, you know, that I have my security license. And he was like, well, I want you to be my home health aide. I was like, there's a lot of, you know, don't a lot of Spanish people, you know, know I'm not, you know, being stereotypical, you know what I mean? I'm not. I'm just, there's a lot of, you know, Spanish women that do home health aid. You know, I don't do home health aid. He was like, no, I don't want them. I'll drive them out of here. I want you. And I was like, well, I'll look into it. So I was over there, and you know, he was telling me how he was disabled, and you know, he needs help to take his medicine, and he needs help around the house. But you know, obviously I don't do home health aid, so I didn't look into it like that. But the most recent one, the reason why I got emotional, y'all seen in this vlog, because the most recent time that I spoke to him, like I said, I think it was Tuesday, like Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon, and he knocked on the door, and I was just in one of my moods. You know, sometimes I get in my moods, y'all, and y'all know, like I really don't want to talk to nobody. Like y'all think I'm antisocial, but I really don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be bothered. Like, leave me alone, you know. But he knocked on the door, and he was like, hey neighbor, you want this? And it was a big box of bananas. I looked at him and I'm like, I don't want that. And he took it a little bit of a ways, because normally, you know, I'm smiling, hey neighbor, you know, you good? I remember one time I knocked on the door and I was cooking pasta. I asked him, do you want some pasta? He said, neighbor, I don't eat. I said, you don't eat? You gotta eat. But you know, I guess that was a part of the disease that he was suffering with. You know, he suffered with alcoholism. He always used to drink and smoke cigarettes. So I was like, you gotta eat, you know. And all the time, the things he used to check on me and the baby, and the $20 and the books, and you know, the balloons for my birthday. And I just, you know, that day I just wanted to give him a plate of food. And he said, I don't eat. But, you know, this most recent time when he asked me, do I want the box of bananas? And I was like, I don't want that. And he was like, I'm sorry, neighbor. And then he slammed his door. You know, he thought I had an attitude. I didn't have an attitude. I just, you know, I was very calm. And I just was like, I don't want that. Thank you, neighbor. And I closed the door. So, you know, to be going through all of this, you know, and I don't know, you know, what he passed of. I don't know if it was COVID-19. I don't know if it was the alcoholism. I don't know. I just feel, you know, I didn't know him like that, but he's my neighbor, you know, right next door to me, you know. It's just sad, you know, when we lose people, because, you know, it's always unexpected.
it happens out of nowhere, and you know, you can't understand it, but it's like you have to accept it. So you know, this vlog is dedicated to him, and may he rest in heaven. And you know, I'll miss him being my neighbor, even though, you know, sometimes he used to get on my fucking nerves. You know. All right, my baby. So I gotta go get some breakfast and go to the groceries for me and Wookie. So I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all on my next video. Peace and love. Bye.